Hey, what's going on, everybody? This is Pete, and today is a very exciting day. If you are watching this video, that means that you are getting ready to send us your first invoice. So congratulations on getting this far, and also congratulations on all the hard work that you've put in up to this point. This video is going to serve as a how to access the invoice template, fill it out, and send it to us correctly. So let's jump right into it here. I don't want to take too much time. This will be a short video. So the first thing that you're going to want to do is access the file. So open up your Gmail account, the one that you specifically set up for us, and go over to the top right-hand corner, click the little Rubik's Cube, and open up your drive. Okay, and it'll bring you to just the main home area for your drive. So go over to the left-hand column over here, click Shared with Me, and that's where the file will be for the very first time. So you'll actually have this file from the day that you sign up with us, so you might have seen it at this point, but you wouldn't actually need it up until now. So it will be in here. You won't have all this stuff in here, but you might have one or two other files. So it will say Pharma Invoice Template. Just double click on it and it will open up, and it will look exactly like this once you open it up. So before we start filling anything out, the first thing that you want to do is go to the Files tab and then add this file to your drive. Okay, once it's shared with you, that doesn't mean that it's saved in your unique Google Drive. It's just stored in the cloud, essentially. So right somewhere around here, but either under Rename or above or below Make a Copy, I'm not sure exactly where it is, it'll say Add to My Drive. Again, it doesn't say that for mine here because I'm the creator of this file and it's already in my drive. So once you click that, I think a little notification will pop up, but it'll say this file was added to your drive or something like that. Nothing else will happen. No other tabs will open up or anything. So you'll be ready to go now. So let's start filling out some information here. So your company name, that's what you've been answering the phones with. So we're just going to use my stuff or my names that I use for my local markets. This is one of them. And then your name, phone number, address. And please put your PayPal email, the one that you set up specifically for us. If you didn't set one up specifically for us and decided to use an old PayPal account, that's fine. Also, again, refer to the system setup module. The reason that we tell you to set up a unique PayPal account is just it makes things a little bit easier once you start getting busier, just to keep everything separate and keep everything uniform. So the PayPal account address that you set up with us. This is my personal one. Okay, so this is it for this template. You don't have to fill out anything else on this sheet. Okay, this is a template, meaning that it should stay blank. That way that every time that you go to send us a new invoice, you can access this blank template with all this stuff already filled out, so you don't have to refill it out every time. So you're not going to fill out you're not going to use any of these drop-down menus or fill out any product information here. Literally nothing else. This is it. Okay, so go to File, click Make a Copy, and you're going to rename the copy Pete. Your full name, not Pete. Your name, first and last, plus invoice, and then number the invoice. 0001. If it's your second invoice, 0002, 0003, so on and so forth. The folder, My Drive, is fine. In future trainings, we'll talk about organization for your back office and how to keep everything a little bit more uniform and a little bit more organized. But for now, that's fine. Okay, so click OK. And it's now created an exact copy of your template, except it says your name plus invoice 0001. X out of the tab up here, the invoice template tab. Okay, you're not filling anything out here because you're sending us this actual invoice, the one that you just made a copy. I'm going to just fill out some stuff here quickly as an example, using the drop-down menus. This will be an example invoice. Okay, that's good enough as an example. Invoice date would just be whenever you're sending it to us, obviously. Date shipped, usually the same as the invoice date. Credits, don't worry about that box. Okay, we'll go over that another time. And then the tracking number, the one that you got from the post office or UPS or FedEx or whatever. Okay, so at this point, you are ready to send us the invoice. All right, I don't want you to do it exactly like this. I don't want you to download it and email it to me. I don't want you to do anything else other than click this share button up in the top right-hand corner and then type in sales@pharmacashflow.com and then click done. Once you do that, it will send us the file. Now, I will have that file and I'll be able to access it, look exactly like this when I access it, okay? Now, before we pay you, we need to verify that the package is en route to us. That's why the tracking number goes here, okay? Once we can verify that the post office or the post office or FedEx or whatever has the package and it's en route, then we will pay you 80% of the invoice total up front. And then once we get the package, 20%, the 20% balance that's owed to you at that point, okay? Also, a quick note, any invoice that is under $1,000 will be paid via PayPal. That saves you fees and it saves us fees. Once you get over $1,000, we will, if you'd like, directly wire it to your bank account. Obviously, there are fees that go along with that, and the fees change pretty drastically from bank to bank. So depending on what you have, what bank you have, that's why we say it's not worth it until we get over that $1,000 threshold to be sending wires. And if you'd like, I mean, if it's over $1,000 and you still want to use PayPal, that's also fine. The reason that we have the wires is just for convenience, whatever you'd like. Obviously, it's a little bit more convenient to have the money directly in your bank account. You can access it right away. Wires are pretty much instant. With PayPal, it's a little bit harder to access your funds right away. If you have, or you should have, the PayPal business debit card that you set up from day one, and I believe that we did that in the system setup module as well. You ordered the PayPal debit card. That does have a $400 a day limit. So once the funds are in your PayPal account, let's say it's $860, it's in your PayPal account, you can only take $400 of that out on the first day, and then after 24 hours, and you can take out another $400. So it is kind of a little bit of a pain in the butt there, but like I said, it doesn't. It's not worth it for either party to be wiring for under $1,000. And that's pretty much it. I think we covered everything. So once we can verify that the package is en route, we'll pay you the 80% and then 20% balance once we receive the product. And obviously that's for, it just makes it a little bit easier on the back end, in case that there's some discrepancies in what you are calling mint and what we expect is mint. So you might think that certain boxes are mint. Obviously, there's a little bit of a learning curve anytime that you're sending sending us for the first time. So, but like I said, it just makes it a little bit easier on the back end to to settle up if there's any discrepancies. If you, instead of 10 mint boxes, there were 5 damaged and 10 mint. So we just gotta make sure that we are able to settle up that way. And that's basically it. I think the only thing that I wanted to quickly mention, I noticed that you probably noticed that there are a whole bunch of dates in the expiration date field here. We used to do it this way, where we had the specific month and year. It just became a little bit too convoluted that way. So really, I only need to know whether the boxes are year plus, 9-month plus, or 6-month plus, respectively, for the specific brand. And obviously, you can figure out that what we expect for those specific brands in the price list and seller script module, I believe it's in. As a general rule, again, the retail boxes are generally 9-month plus. The mail orders are generally 6-month plus, and we just like to know when they're a year over. Just makes it, again, a little bit easier for us. And there are certain exceptions there. So just make sure that you refer to that product, the price list, and make sure that you have everything squared away there. And that's it. So, again, congratulations for getting to this point. And hopefully you will be sending higher and higher total number invoices every time. If you just follow the steps that are outlined in all of the training videos, all the action items, and all the modules, then you will increase your numbers. And that's pretty much it. All right, guys. We'll talk to you soon.